Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to historic Hamer Hall here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania for today's PSAC West rivalry Saturday between your homestanding Cal U Vulcans and the Rock of Slippery Rock. Colin Kirkwood and Noah Mitchell joining you here. Noah, first time doing a game here for you. Only been here 3 times for me. It's so nice to see Cal U bringing some games back here.
Yeah, like you said, first time being able to see a game in Hamer Hall, a place that we usually just use for football workouts and the basketball team practices on. So a court that they're still going to be familiar with here today.
It's going to be exciting here. Coming off of a Wednesday win against Clarion for Cal U, 66-46. Hallie Harrington, one of the main storylines coming out of that game. She led Cal U with 14 points while making her second straight start as a freshman. Just started her first game at Seton Hill a few weeks ago, and just like that, she found her way into the starting 5 and has played quite well. But one could assume that she will have to start passing off once again here to Monica Burns at some point, who is rumored to be playing for Cal U today.
Yeah, returning from a concussion injury that she suffered at Gannon. Been a long process trying to get herself back into action. Looking to see some minutes here today.
Looking at the Rock coming into this one, they've lost back-to-back games at home following a 69-66 loss to Gannon back on Wednesday. It's tough to come back from a 2-game losing streak. We've seen it in the season so far, but if anybody can do it, it's the Rock, as they play very tough. We saw it at home in the last matchup.
Yeah, and they were able to play Gannon really tough, only losing by 3 points there. So look for them to come out with a vengeance and definitely trying to right their wrongs and beat the Vulcans this time.
So we are now in the second half of conference play in the West here. First time these two teams got together, Cal U got a 68-59 win on the campus of the Rock. It was a good one. We weren't sure who was going to win that, as it was you and me down there for it. It was a tough one, back and forth.
Yeah, very close game, back and forth. Like you said, both teams seem to be hitting from behind the three-point line at a pretty efficient rate. And hitting, the Vulcans were 9 of 18 from that three-point line in that game, so looking to continue that here in Hamer Hall.
As always, for Cal U, if you're looking at who to watch for on the opposite team, it's going to be Brooke Hinderleiter. She ranks among the top 15 active players in the country with over 1,500 career points. She's 6th in the PSAC in scoring this year. Career high, 19 points a game.
Yeah, just an absolute bucket out there on the court. I can remember when we went to Slippery Rock last season, we seen her get her 1,000-point basketball, and just the way that she can dominate on the offensive side and get hot at any moment.
Just about ready to get underway here, and we are off and running from the Convo Center, tripping myself up here from Hamer Hall. So used to saying it all these years, but switching it up today. Out and around they go, working it. California running long. Harrison able to track it down in the corner. Shot up, nothing going for that one. Of the starting 5s for both of these teams here once we get to the first stoppage, and there it is. We start out with California. Will be number 1, Bianca Jasper. Number 5, Hallie Harrington, the freshman, back in the lineup once again. Number 20, Shauna Harrison. Number 22, Lauren Bennett. And number 34, Brianna Allen. Over on the opposite side for the Rock, it'll be number 1, Madison Johnson. Number 2, Deja Quick. Number 20, Leanne Gibson. Number 23, of course, Brooke Hinderleiter, the one you want to watch out for. Number 24, Carrington Ketterick. Cal U in transition the other way over to Harrison. Out and around they work with a Lauren Bennett 3-point shot. That one's off the back.
The Vulcans are doing a really good job now hitting the offensive glass, giving themselves a lot of opportunities at second chance points so far.
We've seen that kick up a lot lately, as they did struggle with that towards the beginning of the season, but now starting to get a lot better with it. 8 to shoot for Cal U needs something. On into the paint, passed out, attempted, stolen away by the Rock. Now back, Rock looking for their first 2 points, thrown up shot there. They get a second chance, but foul call.
From up here, it looked like Lauren Bennett was able to get all ball on that block on Hinderleiter, but they called a foul instead, and Hinderleiter headed to the free throw line, and it's pretty decent free throw shooting.
84.8%, so I would definitely agree with you on that. One of the top players in the conference, and just like that, we jinxed her, and she missed the first one. Second one on the way. Packed house here so far today. Hinderleiter splits the trip, 1 of 2. Here's Cal U back on the opposite end. Looking for a good possession. Just shot up for Harrington from the corner wide. Allen, right place, right time, puts up a second chance, missed it.
Doing a good job of getting the rebounds on the offensive side, just not doing a good job of being able to get the ball back in the basket once they get that rebound.
The Rock coming into today. Here's a shot up from Quick. That one rims out. Rebound Harrison. Slippery Rock comes in today 5-15, 3-11 in the conference. Cal U 14-6, 8-6 in the conference. That seems like every time these two get together, you really have to throw the record books out, especially last year when the Rock snapped a very long losing streak at home to Cal U. That was a big one, and it's still in the mind of a lot of these players. There's a shot up and good.
Lauren Bennett wasn't able to find her mark shooting from the field. Her first couple shots, able to knock that one down there, but I mean, it just shows the confidence in her offensive game that she's developed over her time here as a Vulcan, and just not giving up on her shot and continuing to believe in it.
First 2 points of the game for Cal U, makes it 2-1. Got a stoppage of play here. I think there's a scoreboard issue of some kind. Clock says 73.6 seconds. And I'm not much of a numbers guy, but something tells me that's definitely off.
Perks of playing in Old Hamer Hall.
Still working on it. I think we've got it now. Yes, we do. Now let's try it again. Quick in control with this one. Double team brought by the Vulcans, and they'll call it jump ball.
Brianna Allen's such a gritty player down there, getting her hands all over the ball and just staying active on all sides of the court, being able to give her team some more chances to succeed.
Arrow red Rock, so they will hold on to it. He passed high, almost losing it. Rolling on top, they're able to save it. Now they lost it once again. Cal U fresh off snapping a 3-game losing streak with the win against Clarion on Wednesday. Shot up along that rebound, Hinderleiter. It's a great effort for Cal U in that one, though. At one point, they held Clarion to only 5 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, and holding them to under 50 in the entire game, and it just shows, you know, how tough California is on the defensive side of the ball.
Foul called here as Harrison takes a spill. Should see free throws on the way. It'll be Leanne Gibson picking up her first and first on the team. 2 in on the way for the Rock. Shauna Harrison steps to the line here. Missed on the first. It'll be Cash Harris and Brittany Andrews in for Slippery Rock as Harrison splits the trip. Quick coming back to play for the Rock here as that shot is missed up. It actually made quite a trip. She's originally from Coriopolis, Pennsylvania. Last time we saw her was in this building, but she was not a member of the Rock. She actually was a member of the UTC Firebirds from Washington, D.C.
And I can remember seeing a post on social media on Twitter saying that she had originally committed to playing basketball here with the Vulcans and ended up switching her commit to Slippery Rock.
Now we've got a quick chance. Let's check out the tail of the tape between these two teams, Noah. You take a look at Cal U so far, 69 points for them and 66 for the Rock. So really it's going to be a tough offensive battle here. I don't see much separation coming.
Yeah, and I think the part you have to look at is on defense. California only giving up 64 points a game, where the Rock are giving up 76. We talked about the last matchup between these two teams, and the free throw game was something that stood difference for the Vulcans. You've seen Monica Burns getting to the free throw line 13 times and being able to hit on 12 of those. Like to see when we're going to be able to see her check into the game if she does check in here today.
Expected to see her come off the bench at some point, has missed a few games after suffering the concussion injury on the road at Gannon. It was a scary scene at that point in time, and I'm glad to see she is walking around okay after that. I think we all are.
And I can remember seeing her walking through campus, and she couldn't go anywhere without wearing these special glasses that she had got from, the head specialist that she went to.
Now brought up once again by Quick. Here's a long shot up. This one's off the back. Who will chase it down and will just bounce right on out of bounds. We'll give the possession back to Slippery Rock, and Sitiana Nagatu is not very keen on that one.
No.
She was a new check-in.
Definitely didn't think that she had got any hands on the ball. You've seen Holly Harrington and her running after her, and Harrington told her to stay away from it, and I thought she did.
We're definitely a lot closer to the action than we normally are here today. Not as high of a vantage point. Shot up, rolled along, and didn't get anything there out of the hands of Gibson. Now here's Allen walking the line, put a shot up off the bottom, missed it. Gibson with another rebound. It's a team that's very capable of going on some very long runs. We've seen it, especially in the last matchup. There were a couple of times where Cal U really had to dig in and weather the storm.
Yeah, a lot of times I can remember the season, them just trying to hold off in the fourth quarter, try to stay ahead of teams. I think the fourth quarter has been a spot that we've really seen the Vulcans struggle at so far, losing a good amount of games when it gets to the fourth.
Quick threw on up at the buzzer, missed the rim, so violation. It will go back to Cal U. Olivia Hudson set to jump in for the Vulcans. She'll sub out Brianna Allen.
Yeah, I think it's really nice for the Vulcans to get Olivia Hudson back after she was out for a number of games. Just what she brings with her size down low and her ability to score on the offensive side.
Out of Altoona High. One set to come in for the Rock at our next stoppage. Ball go right back there off a bit of a miscue by Harrison to the Rock. Actually, we'll see two come onto the court here. Looks like Hinderleiter is back on for Quick, as well as Madison Johnson. Just about halfway through the first quarter here from almost snowy California, PA. A lot of snow coming down when I left this morning. As much as 2 inches around other places near the campus today. Shot up off the roll. That one's good for Gibson.
And I think Coach Strong would like to see Olivia Hudson, instead of going for the block there on that opposite block, try to take the charge there. Something that we've seen the Vulcans do so well this season. Her being a freshman, maybe just not acclimated to that defensive system yet.
Lauren Bennett on a step back three, missed everything. Ends up right back in her hands. Now Harrington tries from the exact same place, misses off the front. Vulcans 0 of 7 from behind the arc so far to get things started today. Front up off the backboard, good once again for who else but Leanne Gibson. Gibson's got 4 of the 5.
Yeah, kind of just unlucky there for the Vulcans. Hudson comes up with the block, just ends up right in the Slippery Rock player's hands and right up for an easy layup.
Travel called here, another miscue will go back to the Rock here. Quick sec to check back in for the Rock, as well as Monica Burns onto the court for Cal U. So it's official, she is back. A lot of speculation, but there she is.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what type of minutes she plays here today. Says she's been participating fully in practice, but that game speed and those game situations are a lot different.
On the outside, here's Hinderleiter on the attack. Had a good opportunity, ends up falling down, so she'll be shooting.
That's number 13, Olivia Hudson. That's her first.
That'll be the first on Olivia Hudson and third on the team here. Hinderleiter's already had 2 shots today. Split them, went 1 of 2. We'll see what these have in store for us today. Off the back on that one. Bit uncharacteristic for an 84% shooter.
Yeah, definitely struggling at the free throw line here so far, but the numbers don't lie. She is going to be a good free throw shooter once she can hit her mark and get on.
Got that one, so still hanging around at 50%. 2 of 4. You have to wonder for this Rock team, a lot of these veteran players, they might not be used to this kind of venue. They're prepared for Hudson on the roll there, foul call. Being prepared for a larger venue the Convo Center brings, and maybe this atmosphere might be a little different for them.
Yeah, possibly. You never know, especially when you're accustomed to going somewhere and seeing one court with the Convocation Center, and you go to that same school, and then you're hearing in Hamer Hall maybe throwing somebody off.
DJ Hahn steps onto the court for the Vulcans now as Hinderleiter picked up her first foul. Got that one for Hudson. Got that one as well. Helps out the average. They're only 70% she is so far this year. Hinderleiter on the outside, draws a double, able to pass well out of that. Long shot rim, thought we were going to see it out, bounce it in.
Yeah, Madison Johnson's a really good three-point shooter. You knew when she's going to get a wide open look, it's going to be tough for her to miss.
The redshirt senior from Knox, PA, and Keystone High. First 3 points of the game for her. There's another miss for Cal U from behind the arc. Starting.
Pretty good ball movement, though, there on that possession, being able to work the ball all the way around the three-point line.
Just like that, Johnson on the other end. 2 more for Slippery Rock. Starting to look a lot like when the Mercyhurst Lakers came to town a few Saturdays ago, and they struggled from behind the arc in the men's contest. Here's Hudson off the front. Another chance, and now she'll step into a second chance. Got it.
And the second chance points are starting to come now for the Vulcans. We've seen them getting a whole lot of offensive rebounds in the beginning of this first quarter, but not being able to convert on those second chance. Starting to knock some of them down now, though.
Rock playing tough from the field so far. They've got 4 of their last 5 to go. Onto the outside. Now here's a spin move up for Johnson. They'll rack up an offensive foul, and back the other way it goes.
Yeah, great job by DJ Hahn there to slide her feet while on ball and being able to take that charge and get the ball back in Vulcan way.
Brianna Allen steps back onto the court for Cal U. Brought up by Monica Burns now. On the roll, she makes her way around, trying to get loose. Now Hahn steps aside for a nice-looking 2 opportunity, a bit long. There's a loose ball. Everyone dives on top of this one. We'll see who the foul is called on.
Foul number 25, Monica Burns, her first.
Monica Burns picking up her first and 4th on the team here. Minute 50 left to go here in our first quarter of action. Ketterer and Andrews back into the game for the Rock. This one of the few notable matchups that we have around the league today. The second chance opportunity still bouncing around. Allen able to scoop it up. The big one on the eastern side of the conference that we'll talk about later in this one. East Stroudsburg and Shippensburg. Top 2 teams in women's basketball on the PSAC East side going at it today. On outside, once again, they go 10 to shoot for Cal U. Hahn from the free throw line. Missed off the front.
Yeah, pretty good mid-range jump shooter there, but Slippery Rock is able to get a hand on that ball and throw off DJ Hahn's timing.
Quick picking up a foul on there. Really kind of sold that one. Thought she got around well enough on that, but able to pick up a little bit of a clip. And Hudson gets her second foul of the game. 5th on the team here.
Deja Quick at the line, 2 shots.
Quick steps to the line, 65.2% shooter. Put a lot of force on that one. It's off the back. Got the old 2K special there on that one. Rolled down and good.
Yeah, definitely got a lucky bounce on that one there.
Another split trip for the Rock. Split trip overall for them as they're 3 of 6 today. Monica Burns on the attack, sliced it up. Second chance for Hahn, still nothing going. Out of bounds it goes. The other way, back with the Rock now.
You like to see that, though, from Monica Burns, being aggressive in there, being able to still have confidence and drive into the hoop, just not able to get that layup to fall yet. Shaking off a little bit of the rest.
Here's Hinderleiter, step back right over top of Burns. That's a good looking opportunity, and she makes good on it.
I mean, watching her in warm-ups, she's pretty much money from anywhere on the court, especially when she can get inside that three-point line and get to her mid-range step-back game.
Now Monica Burns tees up a long shot. Wide left on that one. Hinderleiter with some speed. Back over 10 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll see what the Rock can come up with. Here's Quick, able to shake her way through. Another one up, 2-1. Jasper will fire up a shot. We'll see if it hits anything. Ends up being short, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Rock on top right now, 16-10. Second quarter of action all on the way. Stay tuned for more basketball right here on CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. California University of Pennsylvania. One of the reasons why I love coming in here is just being able to see all those different banners that you can see from all the different teams. It's a great thing. And now we've got a chance. Let's take a look at this PSAC schedule, one of the new things that we've been talking about. We talk about it so often, but now we've actually got a graphic for it. And there you can see a lot of the great matchups. East Stroudsburg at Shippensburg, the East game that we're going to be looking at today. It's the second quarter in that one. Shippensburg 19, East Stroudsburg 17. Both teams coming in with a pretty great record. 14-6 and top dog for East Stroudsburg in the East. Shippensburg 13-7. Right behind them. They're both tied at 10-4 in the conference, Noah.
Yeah, two competitive teams going at it out there on the East. Look for them to make some plays here in the playoffs.
That one tossed out of bounds. Will go back to the Rock. Of course, Cal U ended up dropping a contest to Shippensburg on the road back in December. It's always a fun trip to make the way out to Shippensburg and visit the Raiders. Heitjes Fieldhouse, one of the historic venues in the conference. Now dashing through, chance up. They'll call an offensive foul on the Rock.
And you like to see that from Harrington, the freshman there, buying into the defensive philosophy and being able to rotate, get her feet set outside that restricted area and take that charge.
Hinderleiter now has 2. With the first on the team in the second quarter. Cash Harris back onto the court for Slippery Rock today. Harrington alone on the outside, steps into a long one, had enough juice on it, was just too far off the back. Now it bounces around, ends up in the hands of Harris. One-on-one the other way, thrown up, nothing going. Going back to Cal U after that. A lot of trouble holding onto the ball so far today.
Yeah, and you got to give DJ Hahn a lot of credit there to be able to contest that layup without fouling and making it a tough look. That was a pretty good contest there. Kind of just throwing the ball up and hoping it went in.
16-10, Rock on top, looking for an upset on the road. Lauren Bennett steps into a three-point shot off the front. There's Allen hungry on the boards, put it up, and one coming up for Harrington.
Yeah, and that's a great mindset there by Brianna Allen to catch that ball and immediately look backside and catch Holly Harrington cutting towards the basket.
Foul number 3, Cash Harris. Her first, team second.
The first foul on Harris.
Is good. Hallie Harrington
Second on the
line,
team.
one
Now
shot.
brings Harrington to the line for 1. Very high percentage for her, 83.9. Harrington shot up, that one right off. Now here comes the Rock the other way with this one. Playing tough on the road so far. What do you think, Noah?
Yeah, definitely playing tough. Pretty close game out here. They're actually coming up with the lead so far and just making it tough on the Vulcans on the offensive side to get good looks at the basket.
Up onto the inside for Madison Johnson. 2 more for the Rock. Makes it 18-12. Now another shot up for Harrington off to the side there. Rebound by Slippery Rock again. Rock have 12 defensive rebounds so far in this one.
Yeah, and we talked about the defensive battle that the Vulcans had against Clarion on Wednesday. Slippery Rock kind of giving them a taste of the medicine on the defensive side.
Cash Harris with a 3, canned that one. It's 21-12. Harrison tried to step into a shot and ends up racking with the travel with it.
And not only are the Vulcans struggling to get good looks at the basket and being able to knock down shots, but they're limiting themselves with possessions with the amount of turnovers and fouls that are going back in Slippery Rock way.
Harris, the main handler here, looks like one coming in at the next break for Cal U. Onto the outside. Offensive foul called on SRU.
Great job by Brianna Allen to get her feet set down there and putting her body on the line to get possession back in Vulcan ball.
It's Jadis Galis. First time on the court for her today. Seeing her getting some increased minutes. Here's Harrison for another 3-point opportunity. Got it off the front mid.
And just the other day we were in here for football working out and we seen Harrison and Monica Burns said that they had to get 1,500 shots up just to try to get better and being able to shoot better from the field.
Maybe that's what I should do, start putting up that many shots.
That is a
Get me
ridiculous
better.
amount of shots.
That is her first.
First foul on Galis. First on the team here in the second quarter.
2 shots.
Sends Harris to the line. First chances for her on the day. Just 21.4% on the year. That one is off the back. It's only 3 of 14 before that attempt. Doesn't get to the line very often. And that one missed everything.
And you talk about her not getting to the free throw line often. With the way that she shoots from the free throw line, I bet that's a reason why she isn't aggressive on the offensive side, because she knows that she's been struggling from there so far this season.
It's a great way to mask some things you may not be strong at on the court. Now Harrington steps in, another free for Cal U. That one is wide right. Scooped up by Olivia Fusaro, one of the new faces onto the court for the Rock. Rock working well into possession so far here. To throw up a shot for Gibson, but ended up being pulled out of her hands, poked away, will stay with the Rock. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Here comes Monica Burns now. Now the Rock back at it. They'll step back with a shot. Getting her own for Johnson. Second chance, still nothing. Now Hinderleiter with a third chance, nothing. Now fourth chance on the way here and a foul call.
It kind of looked like some of the Vulcans were trying to leak out for maybe a fast break opportunity there instead of crashing the offensive or defensive glass and just trying to get the ball back to have a chance on offense.
2 shots.
DJ Hahn in for Galis now.
Yeah, and a substitution like that doesn't surprise me much. Putting DJ Hahn in the game, a player that is known for just doing whatever she has to do for her team to try to hit the glass and get the ball in their possession.
There's the second on the way for Hinderleiter now. Take your time to step into it. Off the back. Missed everything on that trip, so 0-2. Stepping in another shot, got it. Cal starting to find some success from behind the arc. So starting to upset Coach Bobby McGraw for the Rock a little bit there. Very animated as he calls a timeout. And it brings us to immediate timeouts. And let's talk about some of these team leaders from both of these teams, starting with Cal U.
Yeah, starting at the Vulcans has pretty much been the same thing that we've seen all year. Monica Burns, who's just in her return game from her injury, leading the Vulcans in scoring with 15 points. Bianca Jasper leading the team in steals and assists, coming in at about 5 assists a game and 2 steals. And Shauna Harrison leading the team in rebounding, but as I say all the time, it's a rebound by committee team, and Brianna Allen's numbers have to be up there. DJ Hahn's numbers have to be up there as well.
Now let's check out what the Rock brings to the table. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of Hinderleiter.
Yeah, Hinderleiter, you talked about it before. Top 15 in the country right now with career points. Coming in averaging 19 points a game, and then Deja Quick doing it on the assist and steal side of the game, 3.3 assists, and then about 1.5 steals a game. And then we got Leanne Gibson coming in dominating the rebounds at 7.4.
Might be one of the best to ever play for the Rock in the history of the school. Over on the western side of the PSAC, our matchup to watch is UPJ at Gannon. Gannon still sitting in the top half of the PSAC West, sitting in the 2 spot. UPJ tied for 5th, and they'll be the next opponent for Cal U on Wednesday from Johnstown. Lady Knights up 28-15. The second quarter, about 3 minutes left to go before they hit the half. Now here's DJ Hahn's step-in shot, looking for the special bounce, had it for a second but lost it. Out it goes, will stay with Cal U.
Yeah, Shauna Harrison almost had a chance there at an offensive rebound. Looked like she might have just mistimed or jumped a little bit, but definitely set herself up for a good position to being able to go up and get that and score on the opposite side of the glass.
Another shot, that one off the side. Rebound Rock. Johnson trying to hold on to things, looking for a travel. The audience as well as the Cal U benches. Now Vulcans end up with that ball back. Here's Burns, thought about a 3 shot, ends up charging inside. Now Bennett throws one up, missed it. Another opportunity, nothing going, batted back out for another try. We'll see what they can try with this time. Here's Burns on the attack. And nothing on that as well. Offensive foul call.
Foul number 25, Monica Burns. Her second, team's third.
Second on Monica Burns and third on the team here in this second quarter. Next one on the way coming up here. Anyway, here is the Rock now, back on the side once again. Fusaro in control of this one, able to dump back off. Star player Johnson so far. We've got 2 players that can really do some damage in the great cast. That one ends up out of bounds and back the other way it goes.
Foul number 20, Leanne Gibson, her second, team's fourth.
It's only 6 registered turnovers per team, but I'll tell you what, it feels like a lot more. I don't know about you.
Definitely feels like the ball has just been going back and forth with a ton of turnovers at a fast pace, too. It seems like when one happens for one team, it happens immediately back and the other team gets possession again.
Now another steal for the Rock. Let's see what they can cook up on the way. They're going to put up a shot over top, and they will call a travel on that opportunity for Brittany Andrews, South Park kid from Pittsburgh. Now in control with Bianca Jasper. Bounce feed to the side. Nagatu went tough underneath the hoop for a chance and foul call.
I think she does a really good job of taking the ball up strong there, going up with the mindset that she's going towards the basket, and if someone gets in her way, it's just going to end up being a foul, and she's going to get herself to the free throw line.
2 shots on the way for Nagatu. Only 68% from the line this year. Starting off with a 1-for-1. Sounds like she's got a couple of fans in the crowd here today. Encouraging her to that 2 of 2 trip there. Back to a 1-point ball game now. Vulcans were down by as much as 12. Now starting to claw their way back into things. Now Sean up on the line for Nagatu. Nothing going. Four minutes left to go here before we hit the half. It's quick. On the outside, Usaro threw a double, able to get out of it. Now on the spin for Johnson, threw up a shot. Won't say it counts, and they'll call it travel instead.
Great defense there, being able to put a lot of contact on her, make her have to fight through a whole lot there and forcing her to travel.
One set to check in for the Rock next stoppage. Now here's Harrison on the roll. Missed everything with that, was a bit short. Here's Hinderleiter. Working on Nagatu, tried to pass inside, bounced off of the Vulcan's leg, and now it's a one-on-one for Bennett the other way. Went up tough, and they're calling an offensive foul on Lauren Bennett.
Fasaro did a really good job of selling that one there, making it look like she took a lot of contact and doing a good job of getting the ball back in her possession and canceling out that shot attempt.
Second foul on Lauren Bennett. It's 4th on the team. Ketterer and Andrews back onto the court for the Rock here for the final few moments. Out 3:20 left on that game clock.
Foul number 1, Bianca Jasper, her first.
Bianca Jasper picking up her first foul, now 5th on the team, so more free throws on the way. Quick 1 of 2 so far today. Steps into the first, missed it off the back. Real journey-wise player, seen her in a couple of spots. 2 different teams she's played for in this building. Talked about that in the first, so she makes the second attempt. Last time she was here was with the University of District Columbia. Now back with the Rock, much closer to home. Nagatu post move up, just a bit short. Textbook style, just couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, did a really good job there trying to get an open look at the basket, just not being able to get it finished.
She'll try it again, but opt for a turnaround shot. Bounce in and out. That one's tied up. We got a jump ball. Looks like the possession will go to the Rock. Do apologize, and it's rather tough to see the possession arrow here today. Once again on the inside, who else but Madison Johnson?
Yeah, Madison Johnson definitely looking big down there on the inside, using that floater to her advantage, getting up over about 3 people on that contest.
Johnson has 9, good for the team lead by a decent margin. Turnaround shot there for Harrison, splashed it home.
Yeah, Harrison looked like she was a little bit surprised there to see herself that wide open. Caught the ball in that high post area, turned around, see nobody was there, and took the shot and knocked it down.
Now Quick steps into a long shot, tried to chase it down. Don't think she had a good feeling about it as it came out of her hand. Now Jasper straight through everybody. Tie ball game here, 24 apiece now.
Yeah, and that's huge for the Vulcans to be able to tie this game up towards the end of the first half. Look for them to continue to use this momentum in these last 2 minutes.
Holding it Johnson, now back out Hinderlight. Rock at home on that far side of the court, now trying to find their way inside. Quick, and the foul call.
Foul number 5, Hallie Harrington.
Hallie Harrington picking up the first of the game for herself.
Deja Quick in the line.
Already hit 5, so more free throws on the way for Quick.
And Madison Johnson is going to have to be careful there on the offensive side. Been using a push-off a good bit here so far in the first half. Wouldn't be surprised if they catch her with one coming up sooner in the second half.
Quick off the back on that one once again. Now 2 of 5 on the day. Second one, good. It's a 3 of 6. Under 2 minutes left to go here. Minute 30 left. On the inside, Allen cuts, can't finish. Batted up top, who will get it? Ends up with Allen again, and a foul call.
And she's very animated down there. You see the work that she puts in on the offensive glass. She takes a lot of pride in it, and that really gets her going.
Brittany Andrews with the second foul of the game for her. 5th on the team for the Rock now. Allen good on that first attempt now. The first on the day for her. Coming in at 69.8%. Good as well. Caroline Gibson steps on for Slippery Rock for the final few moments. Minute 26. Vulcans in the lead, 26-25. Quick in control, trying to shake Nagatu loose. Just kind of threw that up there. Johnson goes falling, able to hold on to it. Now she works the baseline, went for the reverse, got it. That's a tough one.
A lot of skill on display right there. Seeing her being able to keep her dribble alive while down on her knees and then going with that tough reverse contested layup and getting it to fall.
Rock back on top by 1. Here's a Harrington 3. Got it.
And some miscommunication down there between Deja Quick and Madison Johnson left Holly Harrington wide open for a 3 and finally able to knock one down.
34 seconds in running. There is still a shot clock. So we'll see what the Rock can come up with here. They can tie the game with just a regular 2. Out of the outside. Run up sidewise. Missed nothing on that. And just like that, they tie it up. Able to follow with that persistence. And Gibson puts 2 away. 10 left, shot clock unplugged. Cal, you can have that last possession. 3 to shoot. Here's Harrison. Throws it up. Short on that. Out of bounds it goes, and it brings us to the halftime mark here. Both teams heading in tied at 29.
Yeah, pretty good game so far. It's what we expected coming into it. Both teams, I mean, they're having runs where they go crazy on the offensive and defensive glass. The rebounding numbers for both teams are pretty up there.
They're high, to say the least. 26 and 25 on both sides. I mean, it's tough to say at this point what either of these teams need to do better. I mean, they're playing pretty well, staying even throughout the most of this.
Yeah, I think if you're the Vulcans, though, you come in at halftime, you got to talk about being able to convert at a higher percentage on the second chance points that you're getting. You're getting a ton of offensive rebounds, just not able to finish them.
What about the Rock? Anything for them that you can think of?
I think you got to get Brooke Hindenleiter going. I mean, we haven't called her name too much so far today. See if you can get her going on the offensive side, and she has to be able to start knocking down free throws. That's somewhere we've seen her being able to struggle really so far, coming in shooting 80-something% and shooting well below that.
Sounds good to me. Now we'll go ahead and send it back to the CUTV studios for another edition of What a Week at Cal U, talking about everything going on the campus and the community of Cal U. We'll be back for the second half of basketball after the break. All tied here from Hamer Hall at 29 apiece. Hello everybody and welcome to this week's edition of What a Week here at Cal U, where we will once again be covering everything important in the campus and the community of Cal U. Starting off here today, Cal U honored the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with its annual Day of Service on Tuesday, January 28th of 2020. Here's the story created by Cal Times video journalist Caitlin Collins.
Hi, my name is McKenna Ferris, and we are doing the MLK Day of Service. Today's event is really to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And all he did for the world, honestly. So right now we're working with a little over 10, 15 nonprofits doing various activities to show that we're giving back to our community the same way he gave back to the world, really. Tried to get them to be different for everybody so everyone can find something fun to do.
For more on Cal U's Day of Service, check out the multimedia story on www.caltimes.org. The tragic loss of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi has left the entire world as well as the campus of Cal U in shock. This inspired Trevin Catellis and Carl Childs to step out on campus and ask students what their best memories of the late Lakers superstar are. Let's check it out now.
Trevin Catellis here, guys, with CUTV, special edition on What a Week with Cal. We are here on a Man on the Street, going around to interview a few people around campus to get their take on the passing of the great Kobe Bryant in the NBA. Here we go. We're here with Tyson Hill from the football team. Getting your thoughts on Kobe Bryant, man. You know, what was your first initial thoughts when you saw that?
My heart was broken. I was just waking up. I heard the helicopter crash at like 9 a.m. It was about 11. Woke up and seen that, my heart dropped, and I just instantly texted my brother, who's a big Kobe fan, and he had no idea about it. He lives in California, so in high school there was like 3 seconds left. Yeah, I can't shoot for it, but did a little fadeaway, and you don't know what everybody said. Everybody says Kobe, and I made it, so I don't know. Kobe, and he's just a good dude. He's just a good dude. I don't know, he has a good family. He's a good person, so that just broke my heart that had to happen to him.
It's rare to have a talent and a person and that affects a sport as much as Kobe Bryant just passed suddenly like that. Oh, Kobe's last game for sure. I mean, the way he put it out there was the way he did it every night and the way he'd want every other player to do it. And so the final game, him scoring 60 points or however much against the Jazz and getting that win was my favorite Kobe moment for sure.
I was over my boy's spot. We were just relaxing. He came flying out of his room like, Kobe Bryant died, and I had the same reaction on my face, like, oh my God, Kobe Bryant just died. I couldn't believe it. A legend just going like that. His 81-point game, that was legendary, man. I can't forget that.
For me, it's always that picture where he's in his pajamas and he has the cast on and he's shooting.
When Hedo Turkoglu fake passed the ball in, he didn't flinch. Kobe didn't flinch at all. Easily the best Kobe memory ever.
The entire Cal U campus and community sends its condolences to the Bryant family during these tough times. Students come to Cal U and CUTV from a variety of places around the state of Pennsylvania, including Nolan Beislein, who is from the central part of the Keystone State. He is an avid fan of the Hershey Bears, a minor league hockey franchise that calls Chocolatown, USA home. Nolan decided to take a behind-the-scenes look at an average game day experience and has released a short trailer previewing his upcoming documentary. Let's check it out.
As a lifelong fan of the Hershey Bears, I wanted to go behind the glass to see how everything comes together. Everything from the fan experience to Coco the Bear. And with voice of the Bears, Zach Fish, we'll dive deeper into this game day experience.
Yeah, main role for me is to broadcast all of our regular season as well as playoff games on the Bears Radio Network, which consists of anywhere from 3 to 4 stations, as well as Caps Radio 24/7 on the NHL app and the Hershey Bears mobile app.
Before the big leagues, all players tend to make a stop in Hershey, including young gun Cody Clark, who's playing in his first pro season.
Obviously, those guys are older and experienced, and they were obviously in my shoes at one point too, so they kind of know what's going on in my head, and they've been great, kind of taking me under their wing, taking me out for dinners, and just kind of make me feel more comfortable here.
Hershey is one of the most historic franchises in the AHL with multiple Calder Cups and a game day experience that rivals any other hockey town.
I can say if you haven't been to a Bears game, come out and enjoy them. They're fun for the family, whether you're a hockey fan or not. They're awesome. If you're a diehard fan of the Bears, you know that this is the best place to be in the American Hockey League. We have the best fans in the league, and at the end of the day, we're chasing the championship in 2020 on a nice roll right now, and hopefully we'll be playing until June.
The entirety of the documentary will be released later in the spring semester. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned for more coming up here on What a Week It's Been at Cal U.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Be sure to check out Knives Out in the Vulcan Theater from Saturday, February 1st through February 4th. Let's check out a trailer of this cool-looking film.
I'm Detective Lieutenant Elliott, and this is Trooper Wagner. We just want to ask a few questions. We understand the night of his demise, the family have gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday. How was it, by the way?
The party? Pre my dad's death? Oh, it was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request that you all stay until the investigation is completed.
What? Can we ask why? Has something changed?
No.
No, it hasn't changed, or no, we can't ask.
I'm gonna live till I die.
You think one of his family killed him? Is that what you're suggesting?
Let it cry. I'm gonna take the
You all love twisting the knife into one another.
Up your ass.
Oh, very nice.
Matter of fact,
Oh my God.
eat shit. How's that? Eat shit, eat shit, eat shit.
Smug smile.
Definitely eat shit.
Gonna dance, gonna fly. I'll take a chance. Right high. For my numbers up, I'm gonna fill my cup. I'm gonna live.
You know something. Spill it.
I suspect foul play. I have eliminated no suspects.
I'm gonna live.
It's a twisted web. We are not finished untangling it, not yet.
What is this? CSI KFC?
CUTV fans, get ready for the return of Forechecking with new host Trevin Catellis this upcoming Thursday on CUTV. TK and his friends will be talking about everything you need to know about the National Hockey League with insight, analysis, and much more. Be sure to subscribe to CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on puck drop of the brand new season. While we have a chance before the second half begins, let's review the PSAC standings as of Saturday, February 1st. Starting out here, the Crimson Hawks still at top. They have clinched their berth into the PSAC tournament 14-0 in the conference. Went the whole way through and are still undefeated, 19-1 overall. Of course, Gannon down there at 12-2, 16-4, sitting in a great place as well for them as they're having quite the resurgence right now. Edinboro 9-5, 11-7. And Cal U in the 4th spot, 8-6, 14-6 in the conference, still sitting in a great place with a chance to host a playoff game. Following the rest, of course, we'll go into the men's side now. IUP also clinching on that side as well, 13-1, 18-1 overall in the conference, and then UPJ sitting in the 2nd spot, 11-3, 7-4 overall. And then there's Cal U, 10-4, 14-6 overall. Pretty good record for them and a great resurgent season so far. Looking to host a playoff game here at the Convocation Center and on the campus of Cal U for the first time in quite some time. And rounding out the top 4, Mercyhurst 9-5, 11-7. They hold on to 4th place in a battle with Gannon and the Rock towards the bottom with the rest. Finally, let's look forward to the next basketball matchup for the Vulcans on Wednesday, February 5th, when Cal U hits the road for a rematch in Johnstown with the Mountain Cats of UPJ. On the women's side, Cal U captured an 80-57 victory in the first meeting between the two at the Convocation Center back on January 3rd. Pitt Johnstown currently sits in 6th place in the PSAC West, and they will take on Gannon today on the road at 1 p.m. Looking over to the men's basketball side now, Cal U will be looking to avenge a 57-77 loss that the Mountain Cats dealt them in the last meeting between the two on January 3rd. UPJ currently sits at 2nd in the PSAC West, and they will take on Gannon on the road today at 3 p.m. This has been What a Week at Cal U. Make sure to follow CUTV on all of our social outlets. You can find us on Twitter at CUTV_PA. Facebook as California University Television, and subscribe to our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1. For more Cal Times content, make sure to visit their website, www.caltimes.org, for online exclusives as well as the digital version of the bi-weekly print edition. Finally, for any Vulcan sports-related content, make sure to visit www.calvulcans.com and check out their content that Matt Kiefer and Alex King are constantly publishing to keep Vulcan fans informed. Thank you for joining us on What a Week It's Been at Cal U. We will see you again next Saturday.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click Shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Back to Hamer Hall. We are at the halftime break, just about over here, all tied at 29 apiece. Colin Kirkwood and Noah Mitchell. On your screen, you see some of the notable halftime stats at this point. Cal U 9 of 40 from the field right now, and the Rock 5 of 14 from the charity stripe. Pretty even at rebounds, but just those two things alone, I think that might be things that both teams want to key in on if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, got to improve on only making 9 out of your 40 shots in that first half, and like you said, the free throw line numbers for Slippery Rock could be a totally different game if they can convert more at the free throw line, only 5 of 14.
Let's see how this second half gets underway and who will get the first points. Harrington steps into another shot, missed it again. Inside, thrown up there. Bennett will have a chance for an and one on the way.
Yeah, great shot there by Bennett. Staying with it on the offensive side and converting on some second chance points, something that we've seen the Vulcans struggle a little bit with in that first half.
Foul goes on Ketterer, her first on the team here. It's Lauren Bennett at the line. First chances on the way for her so far today. She's 80% on the year. Got it. Good old-fashioned three-point play to get this second half underway. Now it's Quick back with Johnson. She's having herself quite a game so far. 11 points. Tried to add to it. Didn't get it with the second chance. Nothing going. Third chance. Still back with it. Up and down we go. Finally finish it off.
And if you're Johnson down there, you can get Holly Harrington matched up on you. I think you got to go at that matchup all day. You want to try to extend this lead and try to get up on Cal U.
First 2 points of the game for Anaya Kurt. From Girard, Ohio. Back up the other way we go. Quick with some fancy ball handling there to avoid a steal. Now she'll throw it up inside. Got it to go.
Yeah, does a really good job being able to keep that ball on the string there. Tough for defenders to get in there and get that ball out. And Quick would get into the basket.
Lauren Bennett on the attack. Nothing going. Now onto the inside. They'll throw up another shot. Missed it. Hinderleiter, right place, right time, turnaround. Got the shooters rolling in.
Hinderleiter talked about a name that we felt like didn't say enough if you're Slippery Rock there in the first half. Converting on a bucket really early in the second half.
Only had 4 points before that.
And
the end of the
struggled
first
a
half.
lot from the free throw line. She's been able to hit a couple more of her free throws and coming at a highly percentage shooter.
Yeah, she's only 2 of 6 today, normally coming in as an 84% shooter. Vulcans throw the ball away. Harrison able to bat it to stop the run. Olivia Hudson will check back in. First sub of the second half as Lauren Bennett hops off.
And I was talking to one of the mop guys here on the baseline to the right of us, and said that it is over there leaking water, so the mop guys are having to run out there every 5 minutes or so just to wipe all that up.
One of the concerns going into this weekend's game, the facility would be in good shape. A lot of snow and rain. The problems today. And a thrown up shot, foul called.
And Olivia Hudson comes in as a really tall defender. I'd like to see her maybe just use her length, staying straight up to be able to contest shots instead of going for a block every time.
2 shots on the way here for Gibson. Off the front, rather the back on the first, makes her 0 of 1. Gibson 71.9% on the year. Missed another one. Might not be the best free throw shooting team so far. Here's Jasper with a long 2. Got it. Tough shot, but able to put it away. Still a 1-point lead for the Rock, 35-34. Here's Quick on the attack. Lost it, able to scoop it back up. I mean, if you look at this series, just as these two go back and forth here, and that one's tossed out of bounds once again. At the end of a modern history that's being kept track online, which starts in the year 2008, the Rock has only won 1 game out of that. That tallies up to 25-1 from 2008 until today, and that one loss for Cal U came back in February 2019. That was 72-61 at the Rock. So, I mean, they know. This is a group of players who know what it was like to break that streak, and they're really trying their best to do it today, but Hallie Harrington's got something to say about that.
Yeah, it seems like just when Slippery Rock gets going and starts to get out ahead, someone from the Vulcans is able to step up and knock down a clutch shot to keep it tight.
It's been a good matchup to watch so far. Harrington on Hinderleiter. 2 have been back and forth so far. Another shot up, that one's off the side. Rebound, Harrison. We'll call a tie-up here. Arrow Reed's Rock.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on right now. We see, I see Brianna Allen over at getting some medical attention. Looked like she got busted in the nose and having her nose clogged on both nostrils.
Good eyes over there. We'll stay with the Rock here. 6:40 left to go here. in this third quarter. It's always one you want to watch out for when these two teams get together. Tossed away, and now we'll see what the Rock can cook up. Harris up top with this one, 10 to shoot. It'll be Johnson stepping into a shot, short on everything. Here's Jasper slicing her way inside. That one's blocked away. Harrison hands up, getting it right back. Now Burns, catch and shoot, shot up to the side. Hudson had it, lost it. Who's going to claim this one as everyone bundles up on it? I'll call a tie-up. Arrow reads Cal U here.
Great job by Harrison there to disrupt that outlet pass and keep the ball on the Vulcan side of the court. Give him another chance at a good look from three, as Monica Burns wasn't able to get the ball though.
Now Hudson on the catch and shoot off the inbound, off the front, rebound Harrison. Now Burns steps into another three, wide right on this one. Burns just trying to get the rust off after missing a couple of games.
And it's tough to come back from concussion injuries. I mean, you're worrying about how you're going to be able to take that first hit, along with all this up tempo when you get the blood flowing, how your head's going to react in terms of headache and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to come back from. Wood got that one, and she'll shoot for one more. Foul goes on Harrington. Second for her and second on the team as well. Quick back for one. She's 50% on the day, 3 of 6. And to add to the field goal, rather the free throw numbers, that one pops out. Not the best percentage so far for the Rocks. They continue to struggle, 5 of 17.
Yeah, and if you're the coach for Slippery Rock, you got to be so upset and disappointed with how your team's performing from the free throw line. A chance to get easy points and somewhere that could really go a long way in extending a lead for Slippery Rock.
I was just about to say, you think about that. You add some of those points on there, this could be a completely different ball game.
Yeah, not even all of them. If you can just get
maybe like 4.
5, yeah, right, 5 more. I mean, that's going to do a lot for your team.
Makes it a 2-possession game. Here's a Monica Burns shot off the front, went for the roll, ends up bouncing off the top of the support of the basket, so back to the Rock it goes. All square at 37 apiece here from Hamer Hall, not the Convo Center today. A lot of history in this building for Cal U women's basketball as well as men's basketball. That one up and good for the Rock.
Harrington tried to rotate over that backside to try to help out Monica Burns. Just wasn't able to get there in time, but a good job of not fouling and giving a chance for a three-point play.
You take a look around the walls here, and there's a shot on good for Hudson. Back all tied at 39. Looking across, of course, many Final Four appearances for both men's and women's basketball when they called this venue home. The 1992-91 men's team, 31-2, went to the Final Four, and of course, the national champion 2004 women's team, 35-1. And a host of other great teams that all came out of this facility.
Media timeout.
Brings us to our media timeout here. Let's talk about the PSAC West, Noah. It's a back and forth affair here at Edinboro. They've hopped up over Cal U. They sit in that third spot after another strong week.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of tough basketball. Michaela Barnes is the to call for that. I mean, the way that she's been scoring the ball, just had, I believe, a 40-point game her last outing, and just really keeping that Edinboro Fighting Scott team alive out there in Edinboro.
They're 11-7, but 9-5 in the conference, so they're holding down the third spot. Of course, Cal U number 4 right now, 8-6, 14-6, and then the Rock down there in the 8th spot, 5-15, 3-11. But just like we said, you really can never count anybody out.
Right. Exactly.
Just look at Wednesday, for example. Clarion kept it tough there throughout that first quarter.
Half, yeah. I remember sitting in class and got a little free time being able to turn that on. The game was tied up late into the first quarter. So you can't count any team out here in the PSAC. I mean, IUP already clinched a PSAC tournament spot. That's huge for them.
Again, not far behind here. They're 12-2 in the conference right now. They're in action right now taking on UPJ. They're in the third quarter. up in Erie. It's a 47-28 lead for the Lady Knights. They're looking to add on to their great record so far. Pitt Johnstown will be the next opponent for Cal U on Wednesday from UPJ. And of course, as always, you can join us here on CUTV Sports 1 as well as the Vulcan Sports Radio Network for all your Vulcan coverage. Now, Wednesdays are a bit tough to try to form a crew to take out. A lot of night classes affecting a lot of our regulars on crew.
Yeah, that's absolutely awful.
Just like he said, Noah's able to tune in and watch and see what's going on as that shot's up and good. Only we still have the chat available. Then you could chime in and bring your own analysis from wherever you're sitting at. Harrington almost lost the dribble. Now Hudson putting up another shot. Oh, bricked oddly. They're able to save it. Now Jasper steps into one off the back. Still bouncing around. Who's got it? Nagatu boxed out Hinderleiter there. Now it's just bouncing around freely. Bianca Jasper goes baseball sliding across the court there, and Johnson puts up a shot. Nothing going there. A lot of action so far in this.
Wild, the sequence of events going on right there. People all over the place. The ball flying all over the place. And
we've got another foul called on the court.
But one thing I think you got to look at the difference between last year's freshman class versus this year's freshman class, and how last year they just came in and were committed to the grind on defense and just buying into that system. And this offense, I mean, this freshman class this year is coming in with so much confidence on the offensive side of the ball and letting it fly at will.
Jasper got the first.
Not necessarily a bad thing, though.
I'd agree with you there. Second one on the way. Out it goes. Rock up by 1, 41-40. Wynn could do the Rock some good here as they could potentially move up to just one game behind Mercyhurst in that 7th spot in the conference. They're not out of the chase for the playoffs in this conference by any means.
Yeah, and looking at their record, they don't. At times, they definitely don't look like a 5-15 team.
Exactly what we said about the Lakers last time out. They didn't look like a 4-win team. They proved it. Sitiana Nagatu picking up her first foul of the game and third on the team. Hinderleiter starting to get going here. She's got 8 now. Doubled her first half total. We're still in the third. Out of the rotation. Now on the spin, here's Hinderleiter, good. Now she's starting to heat up here, just like you said, Noah. You want to get her active if you're the Rock, and they're doing just that.
Yeah, and you know she has a lot of confidence in her game when she's going at Nagatu, who stands a good bit taller than her, using those post moves and getting a good look at the basket.
She's 4 of her last 5 attempts from the field, good. Ball going back to the Rock here as Sitiana Nagatu picked up another foul. Second for her, 4th on the team now. One set to come in for the Vulcans at our next stoppage. Getting close to the end of the third here. Travel called on SRU. Vulcans retain. As there's Allen back onto the court. He, like you said, got some attention there medically wise. Now to be inside the Allen cut as they're starting to get loose, and one on the way for Brianna Allen.
This is the spark that the Vulcans needed, I think. Down, able to tie the game back up now, and a lot of energy coming off the bench and echoing in this loud room.
Welcome back here after that brief spot and coverage. Do apologize for that, but we're glad you're back to join us here. We all know the internet can get a little spotty.
Yeah, it definitely can.
Still on the wait here. Got Harrington and Jasper speaking with Coach Strom. They're over at the score table. I think they're checking in on the time again as it says 4.8 instead of 46 seconds.
Really struggling with that clock.
Yeah, that's twice today. I'll have to start following baseball rules. 3 times you're out of here. Allen's got it. 3-point play for Cal U. They're back in the lead now. 48-47. Quick over to Johnson. Johnson tied for the team lead, but takes it right there after a really acrobatic move to put that away.
Yeah, that was nice to be able to somehow get around the defender there and swoop that layup around the defender and in.
Couple tenths of a second difference between shot and game clock here. Vulcans will have to put a shot up. 10 seconds on each. Here's Harrington on the spin. Foul call. It'll be the second on Curd and 5th on the team for the remainder of this third with 4.4 seconds left. Harrington's only 0 of 1 so far today. Good to go. Tie ball game. They can take the lead heading into the fourth here with this one. Barring something crazy from the Rock. Got it. Here we go. It's Johnson up the court. 3, 2. Steps into a long one. Looked great, but missed it. And we'll go into the fourth quarter here. Vulcans have the lead. 50-49. Stay tuned for this fourth quarter. It's going to be an exciting one. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right here on CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Back and fourth quarter here. Close one all around it's been. It's going to be very interesting to say the least here. Fourth quarter, back and forth it's been all game. I could not tell you who's going to come out with this one. Normally, I don't know about you, but sometimes I kind of have a sense of how these things are going to go, but this one.
Yeah, none of that today. But you talked about that before the game started. When these two teams get together, no matter what the rankings, what the records are, you got to throw those out of the way, and it's going to be a close game.
Ten minutes left to go here. Who's going to want this one more? It's about time to find out. Quick off the dribble, spin and in. Johnson and Quick battling for team lead in points so far, 13 apiece for both. A 1-point lead for the Rock, 51-50. Here's Jasper off the contact, missed it. Went for a pass to Hinderleiter. Almost took out a couple people along that baseline, so ball back to Cal U now.
Yeah, it was a good idea there by Deja Quick, just poor execution on trying to get that pass in there to Hinderleiter.
Jasper tried to catch a screen there, decides to go over for a Harrison 3. Harrison's got it, now she's up to 12, tied for that team lead. 3 of 3 from behind the arc today, taking good shots.
Yeah, we talked about them 1,500 shots that her and Monica Burns took, definitely paying off for Shauna Harrison so far here today.
Over to the outside, good save there for the Rock. Out long to Johnson. Now Johnson on the attack. Foul called. Lucky for her, got closed off well.
That was number 1, Bianca Jasper. Her second, team's first. Madison Johnson at the line, 2 shots.
2 on the way for Johnson. First 2 of the day, surprisingly, for her. 80.8% on the year for Madison Johnson. Up first.
We talked about Slippery Rock needed to improve from the free throw line. Looked like they've done a decent job so far here in the second half. Definitely going to need to continue that. Johnson able to knock down that second free throw. That's definitely big for Slippery Rock to be able to continue to edge themselves back in this game and maybe pull away with a lead.
Tied again. DJ Hans trying to break it, can't get it. Quick holding on to this one. I would not be surprised to see a lot of these possessions go deep into the shot clock. But just eating my words there as Hinderleiter found an open shot along that baseline.
That step back from Hinderleiter is pretty tough to deal with. You see Brianna Allen get a little frustrated with that just because it's hard to defend.
Hard to defend, and she creates just enough room for herself.
Along with kind of shooting a little bit from behind her head makes it tough to block.
DJ Hahn on the cut, able to finish. Back and forth we go.
That's a great strong roll there by DJ Hahn, rolling hard off the screen and finding her with a great pass and great layup.
This could come down to the very last possession. Now Quick with a long shot. Missed it, saved it, however. Great effort. Unfortunately, it goes back to Cal U for her, but wow, what some speed there. Cross court over to Harrison, perfect from 3. Missed it off the side. Allen right into her hands, but a foul call.
And surprised she wasn't able to get that one to fall with the strength that Brianna Allen brings on in that low post area.
Only the second foul on Madison Johnson, first on the team here in the fourth quarter. Sends Allen back to the line. 3 of 3 so far today. Had a big and one early in this game and then a pair after that. Got it. On the way here, number 2. A lot of motion on it, but it falls. 57-55, Vulcans back on top here. As time continues to tick away here, really not a friend to either of these teams. Johnson opts for a shot, bounce off the back. Had a good look at it. Now Allen right below the basket. Oh, and that's a tough one. Out it goes. That could have been a run starter.
Yeah, been struggling to get 2 possession leads. Both teams have, and really just missing on an opportunity there, a good opportunity.
Now we'll see if Cal U can try it again and go for that. It was almost stolen away. Hahn went sliding to save it from going out of bounds. That's a hustle play. Now they'll reset with this one. Hahn's alone for a 3, into it. Not the extra special 2K special there. In and out it goes.
But able to get it to fall there, that's all that matters. And talked about no team really having a 2 possession lead. Now the Vulcans take one.
60-55. Let's see how the Rock responds with this. Here's Johnson back out to Hinderleiter. Hinderleiter looking for some space. Putting in the work to get inside. Missed it. Now here's Harrington the other way. It's the cutting Jasper. Now they'll try to take some time off the clock here, work it around the outside. 3 set to come in for the Rock the next break, 1 for Cal U. Harrington with another 3 chance, got it.
We talked about the Vulcans' struggles from the field, 9 of 40 coming into the second half. Definitely feel like they've turned that around and been able to hit at a higher percentage of shots in big moments too.
It's a 10-0 run for Cal U right now, makes it 63-55. see how the rock hangs tough. It's Hinderleiter with a shot along the baseline. Missed it. Onto the outside. Harrington with another three. Missed it. Rebound Cal U. Allen right on inside with it. Puts it away. Coming tough here. 12-0 run. Vulcans putting it away. And it's going to force Coach Bobby McGraw to take a timeout. And boy, he was letting Hinderleiter hear it there. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I actually didn't get to see it, but great run the Vulcans have gotten on here in the first quarter.
He is red in the face, to say the least here. Caught it on camera, too, but wow. He got a chance here. Let's take a look at some of the games around the conference. After we talk about this Vulcan schedule, it's getting shorter by the second here. Of course, at Pitt Johnstown on Wednesday, Noah, and then IUP at home. Follow that up with Edinboro on the road. That's quite a mix.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Pitt Johnstown game could potentially be tough. Coming down the stretch here, every team's going to give it their all. You got Pitt Johnstown, IUP, Edinboro, Seton Hill, and I think all of those games are going to be tough games to win.
Seton Hill at home. Seton Hill will be looking for a quality win, as they couldn't secure one the other day against IUP on the road, so they'll be trying to get some more tough wins to make themselves look good come tournament time. Of course, Mercyhurst on the road, Gannon at home. A lot of tough ones on the way. Taking a look at the two games we've been spotting around in the conference so far. Gannon 59, UPJ 40. About 5.5 minutes left to go in that one. Gannon looking to secure their 17th win on the season, and they are well in control of the second spot in the West.
And if you're UPJ, you got to be feeling kind of disappointed in the season that you've had so far, especially being like a senior veteran-led team there and just not able to have the success they would have thought going into it.
Let's see what the Rock can come up with out of that timeout. They're going to need something if they want to stay in this, trying to weather a 12-0 run. They've got about 4:50 to get themselves back into the game. We'll start off with a three-point chance. Rims out. Harrington crashed and had it. And a foul called.
Number 22, Brittany Andrews.
It's Brittany Andrews with the foul.
That is her
Third for her, second on the team. Another media timeout. So let's talk about some of the matchups around the PSAC so far today. Like we said, besides those two, there's still some pretty interesting games on the slate. Of course, IUP at Mercyhurst, that one's going on right now. Crimson Hawks, such a tough team to beat. They bring so much size to the court. We talked about that when we were there, of course, but what a team.
Yeah, a lot of size, but I mean, their size also has a lot of quickness there, being able to get to the paint at will and going on with that height, it's tough to contest.
Shepherd at Lockhaven, Mansfield at Westchester, Seton Hill at Clarion. That could be another good win for Seton Hill, getting some road wins. They'll need those. Bloomsburg at the Ville and Millersville, and UPJ at Gannon. Let's take a quick peek at what's going on for Mercyhurst at home, hosting IUP. It's a 70-53 lead for the Crimson Hawks. About 3 minutes left to go on that one. So they're well holding on to that one, to say the least. They'll finish that one off. See if Cal U can finish this one off. It's the tough Rock team, as they're only down by 10. No particular hurry so far for the Cal U offensive side, nor should they be. Harrison will opt for a three-point shot. Banks are open, got it down.
Yeah, and that was a pretty deep one there by Harrison, putting her three-point shooting on display here so far in Hamer Hall.
It's 4 of 5 on the day. Rock on the rotation here, trying not to get put away by this run. 15-0.
Something interesting to look at. Hinderleiter sitting on the bench late here in this fourth quarter.
There's a long shot, missed again. Harrison cut was wide open there, but couldn't finish. That could have been a big one. Up 68-55, however. Just need to play smart to finish this one out. One set to come in for the Rock. Next stoppage. Work around the perimeter. Here's Johnson up against Harrison. Threw up the body. Offensive foul call.
Great job by Shauna Harrison after just knocking down the three, putting her body on the line on the defensive side, taking that charge and send the ball right back. Vulcan possession. Get another shot at another look at the shot.
Third foul on Johnson, as well as on the team.
Kind of interesting. You talked about Hindenleiter being on the bench for a little bit, and also last time we were at Slippery Rock, Fusaro was a big player coming down in the key stretch with her ability to knock down the three-point shot, and haven't seen her barely at all here in the second half.
She only has 5 minutes on the day. Another big shot for Calgary as they continue to pull it away. And at this point, if you think about it, Bobby McGraw may be pretty upset with his team, but I mean, you can really place the blame on them coming to the fact that they struggled from the line. 9 of 21.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to be able to knock down that free throw line a little bit better than what they did in the first half. And the Vulcans, it's only a matter of time. I mean, you talked about being 9 of 40. They're not going to continue to shoot that poorly here in the second half. And they caught fire, and Slippery Rock just wasn't ready for it.
And I am reading this correctly, and it's going to sound pretty crazy when I read it. Vulcans 23 of 70 from the field. They have taken 70 shots on the court here, and there's still 3 minutes left. Insane.
Yeah, that's just a testament to the defense that they play over there. Doing a lot on defense, taking charges, forcing turnovers, and creating steals, leading to a lot more shot opportunities in their way.
Rock have turned it over 14 times today. 44 rebounds for Cal U as well, 44 SRU. So both these teams have been crashing the boards pretty well so far.
And a lot of those shot opportunities, those 70 shots have come off of extra chance looks at the basket too, off offensive rebounds.
Rolling inbound to save time for the Rock. They're in the midst of an 18-0 run. It just might be the one that finally puts them away, as they've been chippy the whole time.
Number 5, Hallie Harrington. That's her third.
Harrington picks up foul number 3 and the second on the team, as Johnson back onto the court for SRU, and that's probably a good choice. She's got 15. Quick back over to Johnson. Johnson able to hold on through some tough defense, but still can't hit. Falling backwards, ends up with Jasper, however.
And surprised that they didn't look to pass the ball off to Hindenleiter, who was right there as she comes up with the block on the other side. But right as Johnson was going towards the basket, it felt like she could have dumped it off to Hindenleiter for a layup and just chose to try to take it herself.
23 on the shot clock when they re-inbound this one for Cal U. Over to Hudson. Play stopped here, foul called.
Foul number 20, Leanne Gibson.
Leanne Gibson picking up number 3 and 4th on the team here. So if they rack up one more, you can almost essentially count them out of this one, sending the Vulcans to the line. They're 14 of 17 today, 82%. So you don't want to send them to the charity stripe, because that'll almost finish it.
Yeah, we talked about how that played such a huge part in the last meeting at Slippery Rock, was their ability to convert from the free throw line.
Turnaround shot for Hudson, up ain't good. 73-55 now. Quick motors on through and finishes. 2 more for the Rock. 73-55. Under 2 minutes left to go, minute 50. Now here's Hudson off the roll. Tried to bat it back in bounds, but nothing going for that, as it'll be a turnover.
Still looking pretty quick out of that in that post when she was able to face up in there and go baseline. I mean, pretty quick there.
Quick on the dash inside, attacks once again. Finding some success knifing through the defense here. That's twice she's got it, and now she has 17. Hudson on the give and go, another three, got it. She is still heating up. We're almost out of time. She's got 15, only 3 behind Harrison for the team lead of 18. Johnson with a 3 for the Rock, offline. Chased down by Hinderleiter. Now they'll call an offensive foul.
Foul to number 23, Ruth Hinderleiter, her 4th, team's 5th.
It'll be the 4th on Hinderleiter, 5th on the team here, so sending Cal U to the line throughout the rest of this one should put the icing on the cake as we are down to 1 minute left to go.
Yeah, and a great run by the Vulcans to finish out this 4th quarter. They're able to get really hot and knock down the ball from behind the three-point line as well as making it tough on Slippery Rock on the offensive side, converting a lot of steals and not giving them good looks at the basket.
1 minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute in regulation.
Vulcans on the way to securing their 15th win on the season. The Rock would drop to a loss total of 16. As Jasper able to control and just work some seconds off the clock here. Down to 10 to shoot. Now here's Hudson again looking to tie the team lead. In and out it goes. Hahn bats it up. Who's going to claim this one? It's like a piñata going to the Rock. Shot clock is off here. Don't forget you can stick around and join us once again for the men's action of this doubleheader. Rock and Cal U should be a good one. The Rock have gotten their way back to 10 and 10. That shot's out, rebound by Jasper. And that'll do it here. Vulcans put together a huge 23-4 run to break the evenness of this one, and they go on to win it 76-59.
Yeah, you know, that great offensive performance there towards the end of the first half. Talked about that run they went on to seal the game, and you know, I'm kind of liking this Hamer Hall crowd here. I mean, it seems a little bit louder in here.
It's definitely a lot louder. Vulcans improved to 15 and 6, 9 and 6 in the conference. Rock will fall to 5 and 16, 3 and 12. Next women's broadcast will be Wednesday from UPJ. It'll be 5:30 for that one. You can join us on the Vulcan Sports Radio Network as well as CUTV Sports 1 for that. So make sure you come back and join us if you're looking for just women's action. But on the men's side, doubleheader getting ready to start it. After this, Vulcans win it 76-59. More basketball action coming up next.